This is not a Christian path, like in the sense of the exoteric Christian culture. Yeah, this is, we're in the esoteric spiritual path, mainly, presented from the yogis in the awakening culture. Like someone like Chogyam Trungpa is as far removed from Gautama, Buddha Gautama, Siddhartha, as two human beings could possibly be. The people who live as forest monks live quite close to how Buddha lived. If Chogyam Trungpa behaved the way he behaved with them, he'd be thrown out instantly. So there's a vast difference between exoteric Buddhist presentation of the path and the internal awakening path, and what we're relating to as refuge, and the difference between Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, and the Buddha jewel, the Dharma jewel, and the Sangha jewel. So we often think the Buddha as Gautama Siddhartha. Yeah, this little Indian dude who lived 2,600 years ago. Some of you may think he looks like one of the statues or paintings. He's like white, kind of white guy, a serene looking face, rather than some little dodgy Indian bloke. Probably got a dodgy tash, not really shaved. You generally don't think of Buddha like that, just in the way you generally don't think of Christ as like a Middle Eastern dude. He's like this white guy, isn't he? These are just images to represent inner states. Yeah. So Buddha can't help you. Yeah. I remember having this discussion with a monk that I knew, and they're like talking about bodhicitta. So where our understanding of bodhicitta, this profound mind, is we were talking about trying to help people and the difficulties of trying to help someone and generating this mind and what it means to help someone. And he's gone through some inner turmoil about this. And I was like, you lived with Geshe and he can't help you. So how are you going to help someone? He's a Buddha and he can't help you directly. Yeah, so you're going for refuge. A person can't help you. The Buddha jewel, there's two different interpretations of the Buddha jewel. One of them essentially is a God, which we call the Dharmakaya, which is the empty space that creates the universe, or the emptiness of your own mind, your actual nature in connection to the source of life, in a way that's relatable to us. What is our refuge is our consciousness, free from identity of a person who suffers. This is the Buddha jewel. This is when we're praying to the Buddha jewel, we're praying to us, our own deepest innate nature. That's actual refuge, right? Nothing else is refuge. It doesn't matter. You could, if Gautama Siddhartha could come back in time, from time into your room, how could he stop you suffering? Cannot do it. What he would do is guide you and give you instruction. He'll give you the Dharma jewel. Now, say the Dharma jewel's not these books. That's the Dharma. That's what when we say the Dharma. So when we say the Buddha, we're referring to Gautama, Siddhartha, or a guy. Yeah, and the Dharma, the books and that. We're not going for refuge to books. Say for many people, these cause you more suffering. Yeah, I mean, you just look at Facebook, go onto Facebook and go into the chat. Their information causes them more suffering about the path. It's like a big obstacle. Just too many Dharma books, too much philosophizing, not many yogis, yoginis. The Dharma jewel are the instructions, what we just did just now, that's like edging into the Dharma jewel. Following the instructions that allow you to see your mind. But when you actually start perceiving your mind, what you're doing to maintain it is an instruction from Buddha to find your true refuge. That's the Dharma jewel. That's one interpretation. The other interpretation is that realization itself of consciousness is the Dharma jewel. It's almost like inseparable. Like the realization of God and God is the Buddha jewel, the Dharma jewel. The actual realization can protect you from suffering. Thinking about the Dharma often, and I know this, causes you more misery. Doesn't it? Doesn't it? It causes you more pain and misery. You have to do it, but it's not the Dharma jewel. It's the Dharma. It's trying to take you and lead you to the Dharma jewel where you're actually putting into practice the instructions that lead you to the Buddha jewel, your own mind.